everyone, it's Kim Vogel with the Basement Bunch Stampers, and today I'm going to be showcasing for you my spring sampler framed art piece. And I have been focusing on doing some framed art over the last few months. I did a Christmas one, and then I also did one for Valentine's Day with our kind of like a Victorian one, and now I did a spring sampler one. And these have been a big hit with my customers and all of those that come to my classes. So I thought I would just show this to you today and give you some inspiration on what you can do to make your own framed art home decor piece. So I took the glass out of this frame so that I could bring this up and not get a glare, but I wanted to kind of have you be able to see the detail on some of those squares that I did. And then I'm going to go over the measurements for those squares as well as some of the product that I used out of our occasions catalog to make this home decor piece. The frame is just a 12 by 12 frame that you can find at any kind of a crafting store, and I've been just swapping out the picture that I make, the sample that I make, with the new one and using the same frame over and over again. So it's kind of a win-win. I've been able to keep using it and not have to just keep it for one occasion or the other. So I'm going to actually bring in our catalog and show you some of the products that I used to make this. Everything that I used is out of our occasions catalog, and one of the popular items in that occasions catalog is the Succulent Garden Suite. Ignore my post-it notes here, I have them there so I know what pages my products are on. So I used the Succulent Gardens Designer Series paper, and that you'll see on the whole back. Here's one of the pieces, and all of these little squares are also Designer Series paper from that paper pack. And I'm going to bring that in just a minute and actually let you see how beautiful that paper really is. And then I also used the framelits, the Succulent Garden framelits, to be able to cut out a couple of these flowers that you see on the diagonal right here. And I used coordinating cardstock that's in the succulent paper so that it would all match. And so that is the first product suite that I used. The next one that I used in this sampler is, bear with me here while I thumb through my pages, is I used the Timeless Tags Thinlit dies. You'll see these right down here, and they're designed for making tags, but I used them as an element on my framed art, and you will see that I have a couple of them on here as well. And then I just added some other little Easter things to that. So that is what I used on that. And then the final product that I used is the bundle that is in the catalog, and this is what I think probably one of my favorite ones for Easter. It is called the Basket Bunch and the Basket Builder die. So I used both the stamp set and the coordinating basket builder framelits for the sampler, and you'll see I actually put the little chocolate Easter bunnies on here. You can see the chocolate Easter bunnies here and here. And so that is actually a stamp, and I just stamped it right onto chocolate chip cardstock because I truly wanted that to be a chocolate Easter bunny. And then this little one right here is designed to look just like a peep. My son used to love those when he was a kid. And so that is what I used on the rest of these squares. I'm going to bring it in again so you can see it. So those are the three product suites that I used to design this framed art. I'm going to tell you what the sizes are of the paper. It does use a lot of cardstock to begin with. So there are 2 pieces behind here and 3 right here. And those, I'm actually going to list all of the measurements on my website at kimsbasementbunch.com, so you'll be able to have them. But this has actually 3 layers. I'm going to bring that right in so you can see it. It's got 3 layers. It's got a old olive, and then a tip-top taupe, and then the Designer Series paper. So there is a 5/8 inch cut on this, but it's not that hard once you get going. And you get a lot out of one piece of the Designer Series paper because you're not using a whole bunch of it. And so I want to now take a minute and show you that Designer Series paper because it is absolutely stunning. If you don't have it yet, get it on your list because it is beautiful. So the first page is this one right here, and that's what I actually used for my background, but you could use any, or I should say the base of my sampler here, but you could use any of these papers for it. Any of them would work beautiful because they all match the same color scheme. So this is the first pattern. I love gingham. Who doesn't like gingham? That's a real pretty one, and you could actually use this outside of doing something for the spring. You could use that for anything, really. That is the first one. The second one is this one right here, and I don't think I used this one on my sampler, but I believe, nope, I did not, but I believe I did use, maybe I did not use this one at all now that I think about it. Nope, I did not use that one at all. But there's that one. I did use that one on a card, so I try to always make good use of all my papers. This one is gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. And on the other side is, this color is the Sweet Sugar Plum, which I absolutely love that color. Look how pretty that is. Now this one right here would be really pretty paired with that gingham for a card. Let me bring that gingham back in and show you how pretty those two go together. Wouldn't that be paired together? Look really nice for a card. The back side of this one is the Sugar Plum gingham. Again, very pretty. This is Old Olive, more of a solid, but that is paired together very nicely with that. I actually did a card featuring those two papers not too long ago. That's on the opposite side of that one. And then you have this one, which this would also be really pretty for the base of the framed art as well, with the Calypso Coral solid on the back side of that. So anyway, make sure you check out my website at kimsbasementbunch.com. I will list all the directions and measurements for you to be able to cut the pieces out for this. There's a lot of big shot work, but it's so beautiful, and I know that my customers are going to love it when they see it. I haven't posted it yet to my website for them to see either, so hopefully they will love it as much as I do. And I encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you do not miss out on any videos that I post. I also encourage you to join my mailing list. If you go to my website and then click on join my mailing list, you will get notifications for any kind of classes that I offer, any kind of videos that I post to YouTube, and just kind of keep you in the loop on all that I do. So I look forward to having you back. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.